So, ma'am, thank you so much for spending your time here. And how is it being in India?
It's wonderful. I mean, we're having a great time. And we want to say thank you to our fans here for welcoming us with such open arms, and the support from everyone has been great. We've been treated with, immaculate. There's no words to describe. So we're having a great time, and just to meet everyone, our fans, and performing, and just also just going around and doing a little bit of sightseeing as well. So we're really having a good time.
So, ma'am, Boney M has reached places, but it must have not been easy. Now you're in the top. But then, when you started your career, how was it in the beginning of your career?
Yeah, the beginning ages of the career, take that way back. It wasn't easy, like you said. It was hard work. We had to work very hard. And, if you want success and longevity success, then it's very important to work hard at your art, whatever it is you do. And that's what we did. We had determination, perseverance, and you got to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight just like that. But you build up to it. You just don't sit back and wait for it to happen. Like I explained many times, that we actually started touring just to sort of for experience, really, to build ourselves in strength, so that when we actually finally recorded, that we already have the experience. So we were touring long before we actually went in the studio and recorded the first song. And we toured from nightclubs to nightclubs throughout Europe, and it was not easy. Sleepless nights, traveling from one extent of the country to the other. But we had fun doing it. Don't get me wrong. It was fun, and we were younger, so we had the energy, we had the strength, and we were there for one another, supporting each other through it and all that. So that helped a lot. So by the time we actually went in the studio and recorded the first song, which was Daddy Cool, then we've already done the footwork, which was the promotion. So by the time the song came out on the market, most places knew who Boney M was by the name. They know the name because they've seen us in nightclubs and performing in festivals and whatever. So by the time the single was released, we already done the promotion to back it up, along with the record company and PR work and all that. So we enjoyed doing it. We had a lot of fun doing it, and here we are today to tell the tale.
For success like this, teamwork must have been very important. So, how was the team quotient between Boney M, and how was the resolutions taken at that time?
Okay, teamwork is not always easy. Nothing in life is easy. If you want to achieve something, you have to be prepared for the uneasy, which is the difficult period that will come along, and things that will get in the way and try to distract you, or even cause you to not want to continue. But I have to say, put my hands up, speaking for myself and my other three colleagues, Marcia, Liz, and Bobby. Somehow, I believe God brought us together in this way, because even though we had our ups and downs, we had our little squabbles, like arguments and things like that, which happens even as with sister and brothers. That's normal. We were 4 individual people that came together. We were complete strangers. So we had to get used to one another. We had to get used to each person's character and mentality. And that takes some patience and perseverance. But in the end, working together the way we did, we started, well, really, truly, you could say we became a family. We were like brothers and sisters, and we were there for one another and supporting each other in the high and in the low. And that comes with it. Success do not come just by itself. There is the behind the scene stresses, or I should say ups and downs, And you just have to deal with them. There's nothing else you can do. You deal with them and you press on. And that's what we did. We dealt with them. When we upset each other, we'll take a little break and we'll calm down. And then we'll come back together and we'll hug each other and kiss and make up and just press on. And that works. Today, I think in today's industry, it's different. There's no patience. There's no tolerance whatsoever. Everyone just tempers flies, and I don't get along with that person. Or that person do not get along with me. So I don't want to continue. I don't want to work with him. I don't want to work with her. It doesn't work that way. You got to prove yourself worthy of success. And if you can't do that by being patient and being tolerant, then you do not deserve success. That's how I see it.
Entertainment is a field of competition. So who do you think in the 90s, 70s and 80s was the best opponent for Boney M?
Our strongest competition, I don't even have to think about that, ABBA. It was ABBA. It was ABBA, Boney M, Boney M, ABBA. It was amazing because everyone was comparing Boney M and ABBA. ABBA was on the scene before Boney M, but then when Boney M came, it's like we were a challenge for them, and they were our challenge. And we love each other, really and truly. We worked together several times, and it was amazing. We had a really good bond. But it's that we were fighting each other in the charts. For instance, it would be Boney M would be at #1, then ABBA will take us down and go to #1, then we'll take ABBA down and we'll go back up. So it was like that, ABBA, Boney M. But I can honestly say, it is a privilege to be able to come up against a challenge like that, because ABBA is a major.
Music every day is evolving. So what do you think about the present day music and the reality shows? Is it a healthy thing which is growing over here? Because at your period, you had to work hard to get where you are. But now, do you think it's being very easy?
Music business is not easy. It's never easy. It wasn't easy in the 70s, and it's still not easy today. Reality TV shows, talent shows, they were always there. There was always talent show around. It's just that it's more on a mass scale today than it was going back then. And I don't have anything, personally, I do not have anything against talent shows. I think talent shows help a lot of young upcoming artists to get into the business. And not only just to get into the business, it also helps a lot of them, takes them out of poverty, that they can help their families or whatever they need to do to make a better life for themselves. So in that respect, I take my hat off to talent shows. The only thing that I have against talent shows is the way they treat them, because at the end of the day, they throw them out there, throw them in the deep end, and it's, you have to swim. If you don't, you will sink. And at the end of the day, when it doesn't pay off, then you throw them back in the street. You know what I'm saying? Throw them back out, and then it breaks. A lot of them they can't cope with that because they're young and the expectations are high, and when it doesn't happen in the way they expect it to happen, no one can prepare. No one prepares them for this, and a lot of them are really, really young kids who's been. I think a lot of them have just been used to make a lot of money for the Mongols, like people like Simon Cowell, people like that, you can say. But for the ones who has actually breakthrough and actually had a break, you can use the exposure from the talent shows to try and better yourself. But you have to work hard. Success do not come by just going on a show and think that tomorrow everyone is going to recognize you or buy your record or whatever. You got to work hard at it. You got to get out of bed. You got to get out there. You got to, do the promotions. A lot of them don't want to do that. It's like, oh, I'm tired or whatever. No, you got to get your butt out there and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. You have to work hard at it and be determined. Determination is very important. If you want success, you got to persevere, and you got to have determination and hard work, and it will pay off in the end.
Your future projects, your future albums.
Future projects, as Boney M, we're not going to record any album as Boney M, because I don't think, if you cannot better what you have done, then you shouldn't touch it. It's best left alone. I believe that sincerely. And I think because all the original members are not together, it would change the sound of Boney M. So I don't think we should mess with Boney M sound. But as an individual, as one of the original members of Boney M, yes, I do have a little solo career thing going for myself, which is, doing something that I really like to do, which is I've done a gospel album, and I've done a tribute to Bobby, and I'm about to do an album this year. So I'm doing that, plus my book is going to be released this year, my health and beauty book, Natural Health and Beauty. That's going to be out this year. I've done an exercise video, Keep Fit video, and that's doing very well. What else have I done? Yeah, little bits and pieces I'm doing.
Bobby is not right here with us now. A few words about Bobby.
Yeah, well, Bobby is an amazing character, someone who's very close to my heart and always will be. The first time I laid eyes on Bobby, and I was invited to a place that he was performing as a DJ. That's where I was told to go and meet him. And I met him, and he performed while he was DJing, and I thought, wow, this guy's amazing. He was like, for me, he was like James Brown, and he was before his time. He was amazing. And when I spoke to him, he was full of wisdom. Bobby has a lot of wisdom. He started off his life as a seaman. When I say seaman, he was a sailor. As a young boy, he was, he ran away from home as a kid and went and jumped ship to become a seaman. So he had a lot of worldly experience at a very young age and wisdom. And we've learned a lot from Bobby. And he taught me a lot. He and I, we were very close. As he used to call me his sister. He said, "You're my sister, man." So I miss him. I miss him dearly. Every day I miss him. I miss his laughter. I miss his voice. I miss seeing him. I miss the fact that he's not around anymore. And yeah, it breaks my heart, but that's life, huh?
My last question. How was it performing in Russia? You got into the Iron Curtain, and that was not very easy. And I don't think any other band has got that privilege. So how was it?
That was a great privilege to be invited into the Iron Curtain, and it was one big adventure. That's the way the only way I know how to put it. It was very adventurous, and we've been asked many times this question: were you scared? No, we weren't scared. We didn't have time to be scared. We had to prepare ourselves mentally for that. So we know that we are going into a place where they're expecting the best from us, because that's the way the Russians were. And so we prepared ourselves, and we were actually looking forward to, because it was something different, and it was something that who would have thought? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We never thought we would be invited into the Iron Curtain and the first entertainers from the Western world to go there. So that was a privilege, and we used it to our best ability. And once we were there, it was great. People are people everywhere you go. People react the same way to music in Russia as they do everywhere else in the world. So that wasn't a problem. Well, we didn't know what to expect. We wondered, how are they going to react when we're on stage, when we're performing? But the minute we start performing, they were with us all the way, singing, clapping, dancing. I thought, yeah, that's music for you. So it was amazing, yeah.
And we have also heard that you have another name and it's not yet revealed. So what's the secret behind that name?
Yes, I have another name, and that other name is the same name as you, Christy. Yes, Christy is my first name, and that's the name that everyone, even when I go back home to my country, everyone called me Christy. They know me as Christy. And I love that name. It's such a pretty name. It's a pretty name. I love it. But Maizie was changed. I think also Maizie probably suits the entertainment business better as well. But Christy is a name that's closest to my heart. Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Christy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.